All right, good afternoon or good evening. Welcome back to Console Gaming League here. I am Dextron. I am joined by Big Sam for this matchup in the Grandmaster EU tiers of Feur versus Metha Gaming here. Sam, how are you doing this afternoon?
I can't complain. Uh, got the call for this very highly important EU GM game, so it's going to be very interesting to see two very good teams that play at a high level, two very good records, and possibly seeding come playoffs will be on the line in this game.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about these teams' record coming in. This one, Feur is currently 7-0 based off our team sheet here, and we're seeing that Metha is 12-2 based off their team sheet that we were presented. But let's introduce the teams here. For first, we will look at Feur. Their tank or their starting DPS is Hayaku, and away. Their tank is Super Sasice, and their DPS line is Away's Mercy and Malin.
And the one thing with this is Malin is the only female that will be playing in this game between these two rosters. So very cool to see more ladies get into the EU scene, so to speak, in the Overwatch League, in Overwatch games.
Yeah, it's always important that we're getting more players into it. It doesn't matter what gender they are right now, but we're gonna look now at Metha Gaming. Their DPS lineup is gonna be Danny Fan, 0510, Kill Perfecta, Pot Rockle, Sasa, and Legacy here.
The last few games I've watched, the tank play has been very key in the synergy. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the two tanks pick. Like, is Ball going to be a really good meta pick? Are they going to go Ryan for more of a brawly composition? So the tank pick to me is going to determine what the team compositions were going to be, and that's the one position I'm looking at most importantly in this match.
Yeah, I mean, especially with Overwatch 2 having one tank here. I've been saying it now since this game started that the tank position here is going to be probably the most important position in any game coming up here, just because you have to kind of build around that tank. Yeah, you could have a good ball player, but if you cannot build around that ball player with some other key components leading into that ball player, you're not gonna have a good team comp. You're not necessarily gonna have a good overall team. But we do know our first map for tonight's matchup. We'll be heading to the newest map of Antarctic Peninsula.
I have played on Antarctica, and it is a weird map because it's like you can brawl around it. It's got high ground where you can get a ball and dive on it. It's got several cheeky high spots where a Widow can come in and get some weird angle shots. So Antarctica is a really, really interesting map to say the least. Again, I'm looking forward to see both teams pull out, what the tanks are going to be. My guess it's anyone's game until we see how these two teams clash in that first team fight.
Yeah, like we said, coming in this one, both these teams very, very good records coming in this one. Feur right now sitting 7-0 on the season. Metha 12-2 based off what we saw on the team sheets here. So these are two really, really good teams. Feur was apparently the team that won stage 1 here in the Grandmasters pool for EU. So still riding high after stage 1 and going into stage 2 here. But I've seen Metha play a couple times now, and they're a solid team themselves.
They are. Both teams are very solidly built. Like, they can. I've seen them in scrims. I've seen reviews of their games. Both teams are just really, really good sound quality, team compositions, and good shot calling and good follow through. So we're in for a treat. This could be anybody's game. I would not be surprised if we go to 5 maps.
I would not be surprised either. Like you said, we're in for a treat here. These are two good teams. We got the stream thrown together last second to show off these two good teams from the Grandmasters EU pool. So I'm not gonna be surprised here with the matchup we're gonna see. I really do expect a good back and forth series coming out from these two.
You're right. Oh, let's see. We're in for a treat. Not much else you could say. You got two really good teams, two really good records with 2 losses between them. Two very good, solidly coached and managed teams. I mean, it's anyone's game.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about some more interesting facts about these teams, especially Metha here. I know a lot of their players have been trying out for the I believe Spain's Overwatch World Cup team here. So they're all together here. They've been working to try and get onto the World Cup team for Spain, and now they're here in CGL here trying to compete for the Grandmasters EU or championship.
Hmm. Yeah. It's always interesting if we get some of our guys that go to either the World Cup or even contenders. It's always like proud big brother moment, so to speak, when you see those guys make it or do something very special and cool. So that's very interesting. And they use this as, okay, what could we do to get better? And then that's where you see your top notch coaches, your top notch managers that, you know, can either do data analyzing really well, can do just solid VOD reviews, even come up with weird strategies that nobody else would think of. Like go back to Owl when everybody ran goats. Shanghai's like, let's just run a ball with Echo, Mercy, Farah, and everybody's like, you're crazy, and yet it worked. So sometimes these coaches will come up with the strangest, weirdest game plans that will you would look at it and go, that makes no sense, but yet it works. So these two teams have really good, solid fundamentals, and it starts up top with the coaches and then the managers and so on and so forth.
Yeah, but let's kind of focus now. We're gonna go into Anarch Peninsula here soon. What do you mostly expect to see come out from the teams here? You can go point by point, or what kind of comp do you expect to see maybe throughout this entire map?
I see a Lucio, probably speed boost to the points. I would say maybe Far Mercy or a Widow Mercy. The other DPS, if it's a Wrecking Ball, I see a Wrecking Ball Tracer to do the follow through damage. If it's a Rhine, do you go like Rhine Reaper? And then if you do that, you just do a carry code with like maybe a Soldier, Tracer, May or something. So it's hard to say what we're going to see. I'm assuming two Lucios right off the bat, at least for the speed boost, maybe two Symmetras for TPs to get to the point faster. Because the weird thing with this is, it's not your traditional square map, so to speak. It's got like something kind of nudging it. So very small, compact area to fight in.
Round one, capture the objective.
Yeah, but we can now see, what these teams are coming out with here. And it looks like we're both starting off with a ball comp. I believe each team also did have a Symmetra to start, just to TP their teams closer to this initial point.
Yeah, that's what I thought we would get. That and a Lucio. Both teams. There's the first pick right there.
Yeah, Danny Fan able to find Malin out here early, giving Metha a little bit of the advantage right now. Pot Rockwell here, gonna go after someone here on Feur. Looks like they were trying to go after Away's Mercy there, but it looks like they were able to get away. However, 2 kills coming out here from Feur immediately gives them the advantage right back. Kill Perfecta able to find Haiku there to kind of even it out right now. You see Kill Perfecta just peppering in a lot of damage there. Away though, able to find Pot Rockle, and that might be this first point going over to Feur here, especially because they do not have their tank. However, you do see Metha Game would continue just to attack here. Legacy actually finding Away's Mercy there might be a big thing to get Metha back in this one. Super Sauce Ice there, able to actually gets hacked, but still kills going the way of Feur right now. Still, no one's been able to cap point, as it's just been a very scrappy initial team fight here for both sides at the moment. Pot Rockle able to pick up Malin. Super Saucy also down there. Scuba Factor takes care of them right now. Now, Metha Gaming just trying to get rid of this Tracer here on point, but it looks like Metha will finally be able to cap point first.
Right. On that, Sasa, if I said it correctly, was doing a really good job keeping their ball up, and then got I think a crit shot on the Hayuku for Feur, and it allowed Feur had to then go back in time to gain health and get away from points. So really good play by the Kiriko player for Metha.
Yeah, but right now, Feur trying to get back into this one here. Metha doing a good job though, just trying to keep them away from the point right now, but you immediately see Super just rolling. Barrage comes out from away, able to find Pot Rockwell out there. Probably not the main target they were going after, but hey, one target is one target out right now. Away, able to find Kill Perfect. The Pulse Bomb comes out there from Iyuki, and not able to find anyone with it though, but Away continues to pick up 3 kills already this team fight. Super will be able to find a 4th one there, but Feur able to retake point for the first time this map.
Yeah. It's a really good back and forth stall right there. I know they wanted a way to get more picks with the barrage, but able to zone out a lot of people and able to take good control of that, and able to take control now, set up for this next engagement.
Away now up in the sky, super able to take out Danny Fan right there, but Away been so good on just getting those direct hits with those rockets right now, putting in a lot of damage. However, everyone on Feur just completely forgot about the point. Kill Perfecta almost completely solo caps it right there, but you immediately see everyone on Feur get back over there to contest it right now. Kill Perfecta going after Super here on that ball, now having to deal with Ikui there, but immediately get taken out by Kill Perfecta. Minefield comes out there from Super on point, as I believe it also came out from Pot Rocco on point as well. You see the minefields all around point, and Pot Rocco able to take care of one. Sasa takes care of Malin. Away's merch though, able to get Malin back into this one, and then Away able to take care of Sasa there. Feur doing a good job to maintain this point right now. Beat coming out here by Legacy. So is the Kasuni Rush from Metha right there as well. Kills going each way right now. Feur doing a good job though, holding on this point for as long as they can. They're going to invest some ultimates in this, but immediately gets EMP'd out of it there. Malin Coalescence gone in that fight. A little bit of a great play coming out there from Danny Fan, who eventually did lose their life, and they are eventually able to retake point. However, it's really just Pot Rocco by themselves right now.
Man, this is just going crazy back and forth. It's just one right behind the other. One team gets advantage, the other team gets advantage, and it's just wow. But you're seeing how both teams are really, really good in this EU GM tier. So I'm not surprised at all by this great team coordination on both sides.
Yeah, you see Danny Fan right there hacking one of those large health boxes, but Away does have the barrage ready to go, looking for a couple targets right now, I'm assuming. They are really the only one with an ultimate ready to go. Pot Rocco is very close, but Haiku able to pick up Legacy there. Here comes the barrage. They're able to find one with it, but it does come at the price of losing their Mercy. However, Away able to pick up Sasa as well. Now they're going after Kill Perfect. They're able to get them there. Point recapped by Feur, and now they have retaken the lead.
That's right. Even with all the picks right now, it's gonna be not really full on reset by Metha, but they're gonna regroup. And this is probably the last team fight engagement, as we see Away with massive ult and massive good play right there from the Fara. So we engage this. It's gonna see who gets the first first pick, and you see Kill Perfect that swapped over to the Cassidy from the Sir.
That's an interesting swap going out from them, in my opinion. The pulse bomb does come out from Haiku. They're able to find Kill Perfecta somehow. Even with missing it, they are able to find Sasa as well. Pot Rocco pops the minefield on point. Metha Gaming only down to Pot Rocco now, trying to do their best to get as much as they can out of this minefield right now. But at the moment, it's currently a 5v1. Malin will be able to take Pot Rocco out there, and you immediately say Super there, pop their minefields to end this first point in favor of Feur.
Right. In that last engagement, Hayaku, Pulse Bomb, killed Perfecta as the Cassidy and killed. The Mercy tried to go for the res, went back, headshot and killed the Mercy for allowed a 5v3. With the Tracer then coming back, it went from a 4v3 to a 5v3, and they were able to capitalize and take control of that and kill the other support and kill the other DPS, and then they just left Protocol by himself on the point, and it allowed Feur just to come together, pinch down, get the last elim, and that was it.
Yeah, I mean, this was a very back and forth first point there on Antarctic Peninsula. Metha and Feur both showed at times to be, really good and maybe the dominant team, but Feur just able to get a couple early kills in that engagement, really seal the deal for them there on the first point. And a big swap coming out from Metha here on this second point. You see Pot Rocco there go over to the Reinhardt, but they already lose Legacy early in this one. I wonder if that's going to force a little bit of a fallback, especially now with Sasa falling. You might see them immediately fall back, or immediately just accept the sweet embrace of death right there. Danny Fan able to find Super, but they immediately get res, and that's really the only good thing that happened in that fight there for Metha.
That's right. You lost Legacy off the bat, then you lost Kill Perfecta, Sasa, and the Ryan, and then it was just the May left who healed herself, and it allowed the Mercy to get res off. So res is on cooldown another 20-25 seconds. So you forced that out in case there's a huge pick off early on. But right now, Feur looks like the dominant team right now. Looks like they know what they want to do and know how they want to attack Metha and win this game.
Yeah, look at this Pot Rocco swapping off the Reinhardt after one life, going to the Diva. Not much success on the Diva, and you immediately see Super get very aggressive here, bowling themselves into Kill Perfecta away, able to take out Kill Perfecta there with a lot of help from the rest of their team. And Feur just seems to be a team right now that knows how to play this point specifically. Metha just kind of struggling at the moment.
Metha is struggling and also swapping over. They already swapped over 3 times on tank from Ryan to Diva, now Diva to Wrecking Ball. Danny has swapped from May to Echo. Legacy has swapped from Lucio to Zen. And right now, for Feur, Super Sois is got the almost got ball, the mines for ult. Away has the ult again. So Feur looks like a way better team right now, like way more coordinated, way more cohesive unit.
Pulse bomb comes out there from Iyaku, not able to find anyone away. Finds one there before the barrage. Not gonna find anything with their barrage. Kill Perfecto though will get rid of their mercy there, but Iyaku able to find Kill Perfecto right back. Iyaku then finds Legacy. Pot Rocco though able to bowl her way through away. However, much like last map, again, it's just them by themselves. Sassa now on the mercy as you immediately see Super go after them, but they're able to escape the safety for the moment. 80% and counting for Feur. Metha is running out of time here.
They're running out of time. This is going to be your last team fight, or this is going to try to stall out as one big massive team fight. But both mines are in the point at the same time, so it's going to be very hard for any of these teams to touch point, at least for a few good seconds. And it's going to be who gets the first big pick off.
Minefield's coming out on point right now from both sides, but it does look like Metha Gaming here might just retake the point. Looks like Feur's actually going to allow them to do that, but a couple kills coming out early here from Metha give them a little bit of the advantage here. Danny Fan does lose their life to the Minefields from Super, but Sassa able to get them back into this fight. It's a fight that it seems Feur already kind of gave up on, as you saw them there after they lost those two members immediately fall back to regroup.
Sometimes it's best to kind of admit defeat like that and fall back and say, let's regroup. We're 99%. We're one team fight from winning this and went up 1-0. So they probably regroup. So what could we do? And they're probably scouting. And I wouldn't be surprised if Hayaku gets the pulse bomb on Ana.
Yeah, and look at that, 2 kills already going the way of 4. Kill Perfecta able to get that pulse bomb stick there on Iyaku. That might keep Metha in this one. They need to find the next pick though. Kill Perfecta getting really low. I don't think they have any supports around them right now. The coalescence is coming out here from Malin, just trying to chunk down Pot Rocco here and heal their team as best they can. But Kill Perfecta though eventually ends up falling, and really, again, all up to Pot Rocco to try to stall on point as long as they can. They do get nanoed to keep themselves in this fight. Danny Fan Duplicate now into the ball themselves to provide a little bit more health and a lot more stall ability right now, but Away takes care of Legacy right there. Danny Fan does have Minefields ready to go. Get a pop here in the middle of point. Away will take care of Sassa, so no supports up right now for Metha Gaming. Kill Perfecto able to find Malin to kind of even out the boards there as best as they can. They still have that mercy on them on board for them still. But Iyaku takes care of Pot Rocco. The Minefields coming out from Super on point, and all the kills go in the way of Feur. That will probably do it for this point. That will also do it for this map.
Yeah, it's hard to sustain that for that length amount of time, but when you lose both supports, it's almost like hey, let's just go ahead and regroup. And then it was just bang, 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 the 2 DPS and the other tank fall, and by the time they were all in spawn, the Ana would just come over spawn, the Mercy was going to flood the Ana, and that was pretty much it. Nothing they could do. But a really good solid effort for Feur on this first move Antarctic. Very, very good team coordination, very good follow through.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that was like that first point. I said it was a really back and forth map there on that first point, but that second point, Feur absolutely just turned it on there. It really took a while for Metha to get something going, but I really felt like that was just Feur allowing Metha to, once they cap the point, kind of regroup and then go into it. Yeah, it took them about 2 team fights to retake the point, but you know, throughout all that right there, you never really felt like Feur was in any danger to potentially lose that point.
Not really. It's just like Feur had their stranglehold on the whole map, except for like 1 or 2 fights. But both of those fights, they came back and said, how can we get this? What can we do? And then they just used their cohesiveness and their shot calling, and boom, they were able to flip it back and win it both maps without losing the third. So good solid showing so far from both teams on the first map.
Good solid, yeah, like you said, good solid showing. If you're able to take that first map, we do know what the second map will be already. I believe we'll be heading to the hybrid map of Eichenwald. Just based off that first map, going into Eichenwald, who do you think has the advantage with this one?
Okay, this is an interesting one because Feur won that last map, but the tank only played Wrecking Ball. So I'm looking, are you going to stay on the Wrecking Ball, or are you going to play Rhine versus Metha? The tank kept switching to different tanks and finally stuck to the Wrecking Ball, but did play Rhine a little bit. So it's going to be interesting to see, do they stick to the dive with the ball? Do they go with like a brawl with a Rhine right here? With the high grounds, do we see a Widow to go with the Far Mercy combo for Metha? The Far Mercy really, it did a number on you. So I'm interested to see, do they go like a Soldier, Widow, Cassidy hit scan to try to counter the Pharah. If not, will the Pharah almost single-handedly win you a team fight time in and time out as we go into this next match?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I would still be surprised a little bit to see a Widowmaker come out. Yeah, I know if you're a Deadeye, Widowmaker is a very, very viable and very, very useful pick, but I just don't feel like that's probably a smart move at the moment. But I could still see Feur coming out here with the ball, especially if they want to play fast. I have seen some Wrecking Ball comps here on Eichenwald first point just absolutely run through the defending team in one team fight and cap that first point. And then you immediately see him switch off for a little bit, but they might try to stay on the ball. The ball worked really good for Feur last time, and if it's not broke, why try to fix it?
You're right. If it ain't broke, why fix it? So this is going to be very interesting with both teams pick. We could also see a Torbjorn come out on defense to handle the ball.
Yeah, I mean, right now, you see Metha Gaming, they're going to be on defense first, coming out with the Diva, but look at Feur right now. They're going to stick with that ball comp, and also Yaku coming out here on the Widowmaker. Again, I didn't expect to see it, but Sam, looks like your prediction skills on one right now, able to predict that we're going to see a Widowmaker come out here.
It's the big brain in college. They get the Cassidy and the Ash. So in the Ana, that's gonna be for the Pharah. That's Metha's like that's our big. Then we got a target, but Hayoku with Widow can get the cheeky shots. It's gonna be very interesting, and both teams are gonna come out running the dive. So we'll see what happens.
Yako gets a shot there, not able to find anyone. Immediately has to go back to spawn here, and they're gonna make a swap there. Looks like it was just a one grapple shot flick there to try to find a headshot, but then they immediately go over to the Tracer. And like I said, this is a fast comp they're coming out with now. This is kind of what I feared that Feur might have tried to do here, just try to play a very, very fast, aggressive comp into Metha Gaming right now. And Metha Gaming so far doing a good job on it.
They are doing a good job. Right there, just to see the Hayoku and Super Sauce with the Tracer ball dive on the. We have those tank spot for Dale to the tank, and right now they're just getting targeted like crazy. And that's their focus to take the tank out and then divide and conquer. And so far, it looks to be looking for Feur.
Yeah, but first person to fall here is Danny Fan. Kill Perfected, though, comes right back and finds Iyaku. Super finding Sasa right back. The sleep coming out there onto Deli there, but they immediately get woken up. It looks like they're just going to try to escape with their lives here, not to get staggered out and regroup with their team. They might be looking at potentially recontesting this point.
They so far got 1 point. The Diva gets nanoed, I believe, and now with almost 98%, it's going to be anyone's point where to get this, and it's still being back and forth option. If you're still trying to do their divide and conquer strat, it looks like it is going to work and help them get this point right here.
Yeah, if you're already capped the point there, so it looked like Deli might have stepped off the point right there, but yeah, it started really quickly. 2 kills going the way of Feur, and then it was just cleaning up the stragglers there for Metha Gaming. A quick point cap for them, and it looks like they're going to stick with this ball comp right now. Looks like this ball comp is really giving Metha a lot of fits.
It is, and I'm looking at Malin right now. Malin's got a lot of good stuff right off the bat as she's doing very good on the Ana. I'm interested in who gets the Nano. Does she go Nano Tracer or Nano Ball? Or in my personal opinion, we're not going to see it, but I'd love to see a Nano Ball.
I would imagine it's probably going to go on to the ball, but with Danny Fan picking up a kill there onto Away, it's going to force out the res from Away's Mercy there to keep him into this fight right now. But I would assume it's going to go to the ball just to try to cause as much disruption as they possibly can. Metha here, though, does have a lot of ults about to be ready for them. Super, though, able to find Kill Perfected, so one of those ultimates already gone early in this engagement at the moment. Away coming back in, immediately gets hit by that dynamite there, but their Mercy right there to keep him alive and supported. High Noon now coming out from Kill Perfected, not going to be able to find anyone with it. Almost got taken out before it came out. Pulse Bomb still coming out there from Yaku, not able to find anyone with it. Nano now going on to the Pharah here of Away. Bob coming out here from Danny Fan. Away of that backsplash from those rockets just a little bit too much there. Able to find one, but then they immediately find themselves.
Man, this is going back and forth, and it's still good, solid pushing by the cart back here. And, you know, they are sticking with the same composition. They are not swapping. I think they truly believe in this composition that it could work and it can help them win this series.
Yeah, Sasa there, though, getting the Mercy on Mercy kill right there. A good play from them. Also trying to pull out the gun there to get rid of I believe it was Danny Fan. But right now, I mean, like you said, Metha kind of stabilized right now. This is a good showing for them because we really haven't seen Metha kind of stabilize on point or be really competitive in a team fight since that first point on Arctic Peninsula.
Looks like, again, the back and forth trades are coming out. Without the Mercy, and both supports are from Metha, so Feur could easily take this and start pushing and take full advantage of a lot of this. As Away switches to the Genji. Interesting pick.
I mean, I actually like this pick coming out from Away there. You know, you look at the team that Metha, or the comp Metha has right now. The High Noon can be deflected, Bob can be deflected, Diva can be deflected. A lot of stuff there can be deflected by Genji, and I feel like just the overall, the value that Genji can bring you is good. But right now you see Sasa, Rez, Danny Fan here to get them back into this fight. Legacy does have this nano ready to go. I would assume it's going to come out onto the Diva when ready. The sleep tries to come out, they miss on it, but they're able to, I believe, not hit the purple there onto anyone at the moment. Danny Fan able to take out Away's Mercy right there, and that's a good start here for Metha. Bob now coming out here from Danny Fan. It's really going to force everyone to play away from the Carbon up, but the Bob immediately gets slept. Two players falling there for Metha. Kill Perfecta apparently falling off the map, but it was Legacy just getting taken out there by the bowling super there. Sasa also taken out right now, so Metha Gaming, no supports with them at the moment. Delhi might have to use their bomb here to keep themselves alive, but Danny Fan able to find Iaku, but Super comes right back and finds Danny Fan. Now bomb coming out by Delhi to keep them alive in this fight. They're going to be able to get remeked, and by the time that happens, you know, the support's going to be back from Metha.
I think they miscalculated on the bomb right there, did it right in front of the car instead of on top of it, right behind it. And then with that whiff, it allowed the nano to the ball to come in there and do some damage and get the mines off. And now I'm expecting the blade to come out.
And look at that, immediately Away deflects the High Noon right back into Kill Perfecta there, and they immediately get the DMAC onto Delhi. That's the only thing they'll find with their Dragon Blade, but look at the rest of their team. Super and Away's Mercy able to pick up 3 kills to cap them this second point. 2 minutes, 15 seconds left on the time bank here for them to push it to the final spot here.
Yeah, it looks like Sasa has swapped over to the Brig for an extra healing slate, maybe a bash for the Tracer. So you know that's probably a counter pick. Tracer's been harassing the backline and harassing the Mercy. So maybe we'll see if the swap pays off, but Feur looks like a little machine right now. And both honors are playing out of their skull right now. These sleep darts are insane.
Yeah, but right now, Feur making a huge swap. Super, for the first time, not playing ball, swapping over to the Roadhog right now. Mercy Away, gonna pop their Valkyrie here. Nano coming out on to Delhi here. Looks like they want to focus on Super. They're able to do that with some help there from Danny Fan. And that might force a fallback here from Feur. You already see him trying to get out of the castle right now. Delhi gonna apply a lot of pressure to these supports right there, but it looks like the supports of Feur are able to escape with their lives here for the moment.
They were able to escape. Mercy's got very good escapability. And the Ana can sleep dart somebody and get away. So very good escapability from both supports. I'm looking at this Tracer Pulse Bomb. It's got to go on the Ana, I think, or if not the Brig.
Well, Pulse Bomb comes out there from Kill Perfecta. I don't think it lands on anyone there. No kills come from it. Iaku still does have their Pulse Bomb ready to go, but you immediately see Super take care of the Bob from Danny Fan there, so that's a big ultimate out for Metha right now. Nothing coming from their 2 DPS ultimates, but something's going to come from Iaku's Pulse Bomb there. Finds both supports. The bomb from Delhi does find Away's Mercy, but Feur looking like to press the go button right now. Delhi out of their mech, trying to keep themselves alive. Away is going to be able to take them out, and now was up to Kill Perfecta to try to stall out on point, but they immediately just blink away to keep themselves alive here. Now Danny Fan does have, I believe that was Iaku, in their sights, but you immediately see him fall back to make sure they're not getting staggered out here.
And Dale switches to the Orisa, and Sasa switches to the Kiriko. So more swaps coming out. So here we go. Here comes the last fight. This nano boost has got to be huge.
Dragon Blade coming out and already finds one there for Away, but you know what? That one kill, not bad, as the rest of their team continue to find kill after kill here. Kill Perfecta has to do the best here to try to keep themselves and their team in this one, but they'll eventually fall, and Danny Fan not able to get back out there fast enough to contest the card. However, added bonus is, even with 4 completing the map, it did go into overtime.
To 3, Switching sides.
It do go to overtime, so which means if there's overtime on both sides, they'll at least get a minute to push it. But at least for an overtime with no time on the clock is a very good win, a very good team morale. Like, okay, we held them. So if we can finish it faster and have more time, we have a chance to even the series up. So you're good. And even Feur switch off the breaking ball, it looked like some of their plays kind of toned down a little bit, but still really good solidness. But I think the ball for Feur has been kind of sort of the difference maker of this game, setting up a lot of plays and how you could have come in from behind with the tracer, get the pulse bombs or the follow through damage.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you. When Super was on that ball, it really seemed like the whole mentality of Feur was just to go in, cause havoc, and hope that expect their DPS was going to kind of clean it up there. And that was what they essentially did on Antarctic Peninsula. It was what they did on the first 2 points of Eichenwald here. Going over to the Hog was not a bad idea, in my opinion. It did still work out for them, but I think maybe it was just a little bit slower for them there with that Hog.
All right, looks like they're going to open up with the Echo Ash duo comp. So the Flyer, maybe with an Ash in the background with the ball diving in. So kind of the same thing. So we shall see. We shall see. Dale is back on the Diva. So we'll see what happens right here. Is it's dive again.
Yeah, but right now, Away getting a lot of decent damage in on Metha Gaming right now. You do see Kill Perfecta there already kind of cheating through the choke point right now, but Super does have a good angle right now. Kill Perfecta has to use that recall there to keep themselves alive in this one. You immediately see him blink back to regroup with their team, but look at this. Super gonna immediately slam down. Iyaku able to find Dandy Fan there to start everything off for this round. Feur already picking up right where they left off on the last round. You immediately see Away get a little bit aggressive, but then use that ability to get themselves out of there. Deli, though, able to find Super to kind of even things out, and maybe Metha might just go off this one. Feur has no tank now, so you might see him get very, very aggressive.
You would think to be very, very aggressive right now without the Wrecking Ball, and down goes Hayuku, so it's huge. They can probably cap this. I'm expecting maybe one more contest from Feur coming up at the midnight hour, but we shall see.
Pulse Bomb comes out there from Kill Perfecta, not able to find anyone, but, you know, that did provide enough space there to allow Metha Gaming to easily cap that first point. Over 5 minutes in the time bank. Feur had about the same, so, you know, pretty even so far on this map. Deli already has that bomb ready to go here. This could be a very, very dangerous ultimate coming up.
It is. I'm expecting a Diva Bomb on the point, just if you need it as a zoning out technique, and then you can nano Cassidy if needed. But if you're just build up till you get your mines, put mine on point, Away you can just copy the Diva, or copy Tracer, and just more follow through damage with the Wrecking Ball.
Yeah, but right now each team being very, very just safe with their ultimates right now. Yako able to find Sasa there right now, and they're also able to find Legacy. No supports left up for Metha Gaming. Kill Perfecta taken out as well, and you immediately see a fallback from Metha there smartly after all that happened.
Right, just like one of the things in OW1 and OW2, when you lose both your supports that say, hey, let's just get out of here, unless you got like a Diva Bomb where you can just throw it on the field, whatever. But if that's the case, you just fall back and use both supports. You regroup because you're really right there, and you lose it will be, what, 15, 20 seconds? I'm interested to see where the Bob's going to get placed at, and when Away's going to use it to copy.
Now you see Away there, duplicate there on to the Tracer. Danny Fan able to find Iyaku out here early. Minefield's coming out from Super. They're already able to find one. Away finds Danny Fan, and you do see Iyaku gets res back up. Malin able to find Sasa, and this is another good team fight win here from Feur. They did have to use a couple ultimates, and it looks like the only thing invested by Metha there was the Valk from Sasa.
Right, all they used was the Valk, which was huge. Well, Feur used 3 ults, I believe, or 4, but they still got Bob. The Bob is like your 6th person on the fields, and that could get you a lot of coverage. Slash, hey, we can use Bob as a distraction. Slash, let Bob do some damage while we heal up, while we flank around and do some damage.
Yeah, I mean,
so interesting.
Yeah, and immediately you see Bob come out. It's put in a very, very good spot, actually. And you see Metha actually really respecting the placement of that Bob. They just go and hide in cover while they wait for the Bob to disappear. You do see Kill Perfecta on point right now, all by themselves. They can easily be taken out by one good headshot there from Yaku, but away finds Legacy out here first. And after Metha had a really good start to this map, they've been struggling as of late. They still do have a lot of ultimates in play, but that might be their go button right there. Dannyfan does find Malin, however, Kill Perfecta immediately gets taken out right after that. High Noon now coming out here from Dannyfan, but not able to find anyone with it. Was definitely looking for the mercy there of Away's mercy, but they are able to find Super right there, and now that might get a little bit going here. It looks like they turn it into a second kill there onto Yaku. They're still focusing on this mercy, just not able to find them just yet.
Dannyfan finally popping off right there with a Deadeye, able to not get anything but zoned about, and able to get 2 big picks back to back. So really good. And Hayuku actually switches to the Cassidy after that.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad swap coming out from them. You know, they can still deal with the Tracer as well as they could do on the Ashe, and I feel like there's just a little bit more utility with that grenade from Cassie right now. But you immediately see Super go out there and try to contest the card. They're doing a good job with that. Sasa now popping the Valkyrie to keep their team alive in this one. Still, Deli holding on to this bomb here at the moment. Sasa, Away able to find Dannyfan, and now Sasa here pulling out the pistol. They're trying to get a kill there. Now the duplicate coming out here from Away onto the Diva. Kill Perfecta able to get rid of Away's Diva there and get rid of that duplication there. Minefields coming out from Super on point. Away able to take care of Sass there, and now still Metha Gaming not able to find this second point yet. Only about a third of a meter away, but Feur able to just regain control here on Eichenwald.
That was a really drawn out, dirty, scrappy team fight where probably one of the teams should have pulled away, one of them shouldn't have, but it was just really, really scrappy. That could have been anybody's game. The Away swap and get the pick, the copy on the Diva got a lot of attention drawn that way. It allowed Feur to capitalize, take advantage. The mines were a good thing. And then with the last minute left, I'm interested to see when Hayuki's going to use the Deadeye and which Deadeye will be more valuable.
I mean, hey, that Deadeye from Dannyfan, it would find Iyaku out there. That might get them going here. However, Away's Mercy able to res them back in here, and the Mercy for Metha already taken out right now. So is Kill Perfecta. Iyaku already getting a lot of value after getting res there, but Deli able to take him out. They do have that nano. Looking at they're focusing on Melee now, able to get rid of them. Now again, they just have to get rid of this ball. It's the same reason they couldn't capture this point initially. However, the purple coming out there on Super might just do their legacy. It will take care of Super. Away now getting some support there from Mercy, but Away's Mercy is killed there by Dannyfan. They are able to deflect a lot of damage away there, but Deli able to take care of them. Iyaku able to take care of Kill Perfecta, but Deli takes care of them right back. And now a minute and a half on the clock here for Metha to finish this map.
So right now, even if you're able to get 1 or 2 team fights clean and steamroll it, you're still looking at probably 0-0 on the clock for time of possession. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they want to approach this, because we're probably going to go to overtime, but both teams are going to have the same time bank. So it's better to see if Metha can kind of steamroll to get a little extra time, or what's Feur going to do for defense.
High Noon coming out here from Iyaku. Nice damage matrix or defense matrix there from Deli to pretty much eat it away. However, they do lose one member in that fight of Dannyfan. Bomb coming out from Deli to get themselves back into a mech here. I don't know if that was the right play there, but they wanted to keep their tank alive in this one. You do see Dannyfan gonna get their way back, slowly walking their way back into this fight right now. Ultimate's pretty even across the board right now. 3 ready for Feur. Metha Gaming about to have 3 ready as well, but here comes the Dragon Blade from Away. They immediately find 1, turn it into 2. They're looking for a 3rd right now. They're going to be able to find a 3rd, and that might already end this team fight before it really even started. Sasa, though, able to get the res there onto Legacy. Both supports back up for Metha right now. They still have their tanks. It looks like Metha really wants to invest a lot into this fight, but immediately Away dashes in, right-clicks Legacy to get rid of them in this fight. Now they're also able to find Sasa. They're looking for Kill Perfecta, but Kill Perfecta able to recall and keep their life only for a quick moment, though, before Iyaku able to take care of them. 10 seconds left to go.
Yeah, right there's a good old Genji from Away. Like, very good plays, very good zoning, and just nothing else you can say right there. We're in overtime, and it's the Mines room point. It's going to be a war to see can Metha do it, and I don't think they can.
Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, it really all came down to the second point defense, in my opinion, for both these teams here. Feur had a great second point defense. They really killed off a lot of time in that time bank for Metha, and you really saw it. They had about a minute difference in time banks from that second to third point there, and away here, getting the play of the game, able to find one with the Dragon Blade, and then get that nice deflect kill onto the high noon there. And like I said, that was one of the main reasons why I was potentially thinking we were going to see and why they maybe swapped to that Genji for that deflect.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the time before that where you talked about the Diva Bomb. I think the Diva should have died, and then you come back, you self-destruct on point to zone them out. Because if you leave it right there, they can scatter back behind the point in that little current area. If you do it on the payload, you force them to zone out and everything. You probably could have capitalized more on that. But I think that was a misclick, or really didn't think about it, or in the heat of the moment, just press Q to keep the tank up. But you were just gonna have some time left. You could have swapped to a Lucio just for a quick speed boost and the thrusters to get to the point faster. So I think you could have done that, and it may have been different, but we never know.
Yeah, but like I'm agreeing with you there. Like I feel like they could have held on that Diva Bomb for a little bit longer here, whether it's to try to be a one that finds kills or be something that counters the minefield from Super there. And you saw the minefields came out very late, but they were very defensive, and they pretty much stopped Metha from getting back to that point to contest it. But that is the end of the second map. Feur currently sitting on top of Metha Gaming 2-0. We're going to take a quick break here and be right back with the third map of the series. All right, welcome back from that short halftime break here. Currently, Feur is sitting on top of Metha, 2-0 here on series point right now. Sam, you know, we were kind of talking about it during this break. This is not how we thought how this series would go.
I expected maybe a closer game, maybe a 1-1 right now, maybe a tie. I think away and away's mercy, and the solace have really been the not hard carry, but they've been the main contributing factors to this game, and how you will come in right behind with a follow through damage. If you're Metha, do you go? We're on Havana. Do you go to a tour for a turret to handle a flyer or the ball? Do you go Widow with all the high ground? Do you go Ash Widow, Ana? Because both teams have really ran the Mercy Ana almost specifically. It's gonna be interesting to see what both teams want to pull for this, what their team compositions are going to be for this map right here.
I mean, I wouldn't, I'm going to say the same thing I said before I went into Eichenwald, but you were correct about what we saw there. We did see a Widowmaker come out for Feur on the attack, but I just don't expect to see a Widowmaker on Havana here, even though the first point really does play into a Widowmaker playstyle, especially with the long sightlines. A Torb, though, is interesting in my opinion, because like you said, yeah, the turret can get those aerial characters, but I just feel like the turret can easily get taken out by how good some of these players are right now. And just talking about a Cassie or an Ashe, you know, we've seen Cassie and Ashe pretty much throughout this entire series so far, or we saw a lot last map, and it seemed like no matter who was playing those characters, they were doing really good on them.
You're right, there's a bunch of good plays to be around by everybody involved. And the one thing I will say is, looks like this will be this Metha sticking with the same lineup they used last game with the tank swap out for Dell, and Feur sticking with their same starting five. So we do know we're at least going to see a Mercy play. That's a given. But it looks like we're going to see Dell on the Sigma, which is one of my favorite tanks to play and very good for some of these poke damage compositions. And hopefully we get the Widow duel.
I feel like I just need to stop talking about heroes I don't expect to see, because at this point, I'm batting 0% right now in these last two maps. I didn't expect to see a Widowmaker on this map. Both teams come out with Widowmakers. You know, Hanzo, I understand playing Hanzo here. I didn't expect to see them as well, but it looks like Metha wants to run this double sniper comp come out here.
They do. Malin is now swapped over to the Zenyatta of all interesting picks, so it's going to be see which of these Widows pops off first and gets the picks first.
Yeah, you immediately see Away putting a lot of pressure there on to kill Perfect there, already forcing him off the high ground here. So that high ground advantage already kind of lost there for Kill Perfecta, but look at that. Kill Perfecta gonna find the first pick out here onto the dueling Widow of Iaku.
That was pretty. That was a pretty shot. That was straight up good Widow play right there. Again, the away is putting so much pressure on these guys in the sky. And the Hanzo's trying his best, and Widow, Perfecta's trying their best. But man, the shield for Dale's coming in handy, but with one shield you can't protect both of them. So it's interesting to see what they're going to try to do with the solo shield with 2 snipers.
Yeah, and right now, honestly, if you're Metha, as Iaku able to find Danny Fan there, Basasa comes right back. Kill Perfecta as well, putting the advantage right back into Metha's Gaming's hands. Kills going back and forth each way away, able to get res back in this one. Sasa able to get some health there from their other support to keep themselves alive, but now they're being beamed down here by Away. Deli though able to take care of Away, and now we're seeing Sasa have to deal with this ball, but look at Deli just picking up kill after kill, make it 3 straight kills for them. They're going for 4, but Iaku gonna be able to escape with their lives here.
And during that time, Danny Fan switched from Hanzo to the Sombra, which is a hard counter to the ball. So good call right there. Now we're getting a battle of the Sigmas, which is something a lot of people probably didn't have on their bingo cards today. So it's going to be interesting to see with these 2 Sigmas how they're going to do this poke damage with the sniper compositions.
Iaku though able to take out Sasa here, so no Discord Orb or no second support for Metha right now. You're gonna see Feur here, I believe, get a little bit aggressive. Kill Perfecta tries to get a way out of the sky, and they're still looking for any heads they can possibly find, maybe onto Iaku. Danny Fan now on the Sombra, able to find Iaku there, and the hack gonna come out here onto Malin, who's the one pushing the cart right now. Deli has to use his grasp here to keep themselves alive, or just try to get some shields. However, Feur continues to push this cart.
Even though they got the pick on the Widow got rezzed, and then they got to pick on one of the 2 DPSs. So Feur has a 5v4 advantage, and ooh, that's a huge shot right there.
EMP comes out though on point. I believe it only really finds one member of Feur here. Away's Mercy popping this Valkyrie here to keep them alive. Iaku popping the visor so they know where everyone on Metha Gaming is right now. Iaku finds Deli. They're looking for more. They're trying to find Sasa now. They're going to be able to do that with a swift punch. Super also finds Kill Perfecta with a swift punch there. Malin able to take care of Danny Fan, and now you immediately see Legacy there just sacrificing themselves so they can respawn with their team.
Right. And Malin switches over from the Zenyatta to the Kiriko, and Kiriko will have the ult. So that ult right there, depending on who Away copies, is going to be very, very deadly, and a lot of good ult charge coming from the Feur here momentarily. As for Metha, it's going to be interesting to see what the hell they try to do this. They try to just brawl with Sasa with the Transcendence, allows Dale to get the ult off. We shall see.
Flux coming out there from Super, gets bouldered out of it, so that ultimate kind of canceled out there. Danny Fan able to find Away's Mercy, so now Metha Gaming able to find an early pickoff here. They're able to find 2 early pickoff here. This is a good team fight coming out here from Metha, make it 3. Now the Flux coming out here from Deli. They're gonna try to get rid of Super here. They're gonna be able to do just that, and they're gonna kind of restabilize here and regroup as a team now, finally having won a team fight. They can try to start eating some clock away now.
All right, and you switch from Tracer, then switch to Cassidy, so another swap right there. And Malin still has the ult, Away still has the ult. So for Feur, you have 2 ults you can play with right here. Sasa still has the ult for the Transcendence. So it's interesting to see which of these ults gets popped first, and how these teams take advantage of it and everything.
Yeah, and I'm honestly surprised we're still seeing Kill Perfecta here on the Widowmaker. The Casino Rush is going to come out here early from Malin. That won't save Iaku, though, but they will get res there from Away's Mercy. Transcendence coming out from Sasa to keep Metha Gaming supported in the initial area of this teamfight. Legacy, though, first one to fall. Danny Fan falls right after them. Feur, after losing one teamfight, looks like they're going to try to win this next teamfight very, very fast. Duplicate coming out there from Away on to the Cassie of Danny Fan, but they immediately get taken out of there by Sasa. Away's Mercy, though, able to find them there, and now Feur pushing this card yet again.
Yeah, they would get 2 picks right there, and Malin just used the ult and Away used the ult. But now you have Away's Mercy, who's probably going to heal everybody at one time, and going to try to get at least a Deadeye up for the Graffiti Flux up for them. Versus Perfecta could pop the ult, but I think they just popped it. And here comes the Deadeye.
able to find anyone. Was that Deadeye, but 2 kills going away on Metha Gaming here. Again, a good start to this team fight, and Legacy able to take care of Away's Mercy there as they were trying to get a res off. A good team fight there by Metha. They desperately needed that one, and that will get this time bank to under a minute now as Feur going to fall back, wait for their team members to respawn.
Malin switches to a Baptiste, and Away switches to a Genji. Away's Mercy should not have gone for the res. It was way too risky, in my opinion. You don't risk it, and it's still on cooldown. Probably go right at the beginning of this next engagement. But Hayuku's ult's got to be huge for Feur. They're going to try to gap this.
Yeah, but right now you see Kill Perfecto putting in a lot of shots into that area where all Feur was. Not able to find any heads there. Iyaku does have this high noon ready to go. They're going to pop it right here. It's in a very dangerous spot. They do have a couple heads right there, but that immortality field going to save a lot of people there. Kill Perfecto able to find a way out right there, and the flux coming out here from Super. 2 kills going away. Feur keeping them in this one right now. The res comes back out onto Away, and look at that. The kills all just going the way of Feur. It'll be a team kill here for them to end out this second point.
Right. That was a good zoning technique by Hayuku. Because they forced everybody in one, and they got rid of the Deadeye. And they're like, okay, we got rid of that. And then the Graphitic Flux came up. You had no immortality or anything they could use. And then when they were up in midair, it was just easy pickings. They fall down, boom. And then there was picks 1 through 5, like clockwork. Very good coordination by Feur. Very good rotation of 2 ults to win that point fight and get the second point of this payload.
A minute 10 left to go here for Feur to push this cart to the final spot here on Havana. 2 ultimates currently ready for Metha. They're about to have 2 more ready as well. Malin popping that damage matrix right here in the middle of the road here. Kind of forcing Metha to respect it and fall back, and so they don't immediately get melted. But it's gone now. You immediately going to see Metha come back out and test here. Here comes the flux from Delhi, but they get stunned out of there. Danny Fan, though, able to find Super Away, though, comes right back onto a trade on Sasa, and the blade coming out now from Away. It finds one. They're looking for more. Iyaku able to find Legacy at high noon coming out from Kill Perfecto. Won't find anyone because Away able to slice through him there for yet another team kill for Feur.
I thought Away did his best on the Farah. The Genji's making a very compelling argument against that. Very good blade, very good team kill. That was insane. Ooh, that's going to be huge right there.
Yeah, especially as the clock is getting lower and lower here, but Away's Mercy able to get yet another res off there onto Iyaku to get this Widow duel back up and running right now. Look at that, already putting a lot of damage into Delhi there. They do have the visor up as well. It looks like they want to try to get some revenge. They're on to Kill Perfecto. Not going to be able to just yet. However, Feur doing a good job here sticking with the card. They need to at this point as it has ticked over into overtime. Iyaku just looking for anyone's head they can possibly find here at the moment. Sasa does have their ultimate ready to go, but the Valkyrie are being popped here by Away's Mercy. So does the Flux from Super here, but it gets canceled out. Iyaku, though, able to find Legacy. Delhi comes right back and finds Iyaku right back to kind of even things out. Super now going on the aggression here, but Away able to find Kill Perfecto. Delhi gets rid of that immortality field. Sasa, though, did use their Transcendence somewhere in that team fight, and they immediately get taken out just after the kills all going the way of Feur now. They're trying to push it to this final spot right now. I believe they will be able to do just that in overtime again, but hey, they finished Havana.
They finished Havana, no time left, but we gotta talk about Away's Genji, how Away's Genji was, I would say, almost carrying that team fight, but those blades were just nasty, man. Those were just team fight winning, team kill getting ults like crazy. I mean, early in this game, I love the Widow 1v1 duels. Those were the stable, the first and third point, in my opinion. Both teams respected each other's Widow. When you get 2 really good Widows and you respect them, it shows that your team, they really approach it. And that was really, really good. Overall, really good job defending my Metha as they held them, as they pushed it all the way. And here we see Away's Genji getting 3, 4, 5 picks. Just insane, man.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like once Feur finally got going there after capping that second point, I mean, they needed only one team fight to get towards that final home stretch there on the third point. And they just played it, in my opinion, perfectly. They made sure that the supports were not in the open, not in an easy spot to be able to get picked. They were really allowing that the tank of Super there on Sigma to just kind of be the damage sponge there, and it worked out great for them. Metha Gaming, though, have to give them a lot of credit here. They really did do a good job on defense. It just one or two team fights not going their way on each point is probably the big difference here for them. But Super looking to be a little bit sneaky right now.
Super is back on the ball. The one tank he has done the most work on. So we shall see what happens here. A huge pickoff right off the bat for Metha.
Yep. Iaku getting rocked here to start off this one. Deli getting a lot of value out here early. Looks like Feur want to do this close contest, but with the Waves Mercy falling right there and the hack coming out onto a way, Deli will take care of them. You're immediately going to see everyone on Feur fall back, regroup. I would not be surprised if we also see some swaps coming out for them, but I'm imagining they might just stick with what they have. Nope.
Away switches back to the Faro, and they're going to try to get Kill Perfecta, is my guess, and then the away on the Faro is going to do a lot of the damage. Hayuki's going to come from behind and get a bunch of picks. Super, it keeps getting hacked, but getting decently good ult charge, but it keeps getting hacked, so kind of hard to use your abilities when you're hacked. Overall, Metha's trying to be methodical in this approach, just from the outside looking in.
No, and I do like this approach from Metha right now. They're definitely trying to just focus on Super here with all these hacks coming out from them. And they're probably thinking, if we can get Super out of this game, we can probably win this map here and get them back going in this series. But they're struggling to get rid of Super here. And honestly, they're struggling to get rid of anyone else on Feur. But look at that. Danny Fan able to find a Waves Mercy, so no pharmacy combo, no res left in this fight. You immediately see everyone on Feur fall back. They don't want to push too far up and immediately get taken out. And now Danny Fan pushed too far up there themselves. The pulse bomb actually coming out from Iaku there, trying to get rid of Danny Fan. I believe Kill Perfecta was up there as well, just not able to find them right now. But Metha Gaming getting very, very close here to already capping the first point.
This looks like a bleeder on Metha Gaming. Looks like they're more. Looks like they kind of woke up a little bit. It looks like they're playing a little more cohesive, and looks like they're playing really, really solid fundamental Overwatch right now.
Away, Nanoed here, gonna try to do a lot of damage right now, especially with this Mercy combo or Mercy pocket with them. The minefield comes out on point. They're able to find Kill Perfecta. The beat coming out from Legacy. Metha Gaming so close to get so far to capping this first point. Here comes the Kasuni rush, and away pops the barrage. Able to find Sasa, but they immediately get rocked out of it. However, I feel like this is already a lost fight for Metha right there, and that will just seal the cap on that fight there. Metha invested a lot into that fight, and yet didn't find anything.
Right. I mean, you figure with Sasa popping the ult and Legacy popping the ult, you can sustain a little bit more, and the abilities are cooldowns are reduced, and you're firing faster. You can probably get one or two pickoffs right there. But coming back, you got two ults from Metha. Fear's got no ults right now, so you could easily use the Deadeye or the Gravitic Flux to win this next game and get the first point.
Yeah, but Kill Perfecta falling there is not what they want to do. The Flux coming out here from Delhi looks like they won't be stunned out of it, but they won't find anything from it. Trades going back and forth here from Malin able to find Legacy there to get rid of both supports from Metha Gaming here. Less than a minute left to go. The EMP coming out from Danny Fan there. I think that might be a little bit of a mistake. You already lost both of your supports. You just lost your tank. That's a wasted ultimate right there.
That is probably, I don't know if it was just instinct or what, but I don't know if they're switching off the Sombra, but that was just not. With the time less than the clock, you would have waited for this engagement to pop that. I don't know what that was, but that probably cost them the game right here. Perfecta's ult right here gotta be huge.
They need to find at least one person with this one. They're just waiting for someone to poke their head out. They're gonna get a lot of damage there onto Supers. They're just, someone needs to be able to take care of them. The hack coming out there. They're gonna be able to do just a good start from Metha in this fight right here. And then you see Kill Perfecta find Malin, and then Danny Fan finds Mercy there. No supports left up for Feur. Iaku taken out as well. Away already out of this team fight. They fell back. Metha Gaming keeping themselves alive there by the skin of their teeth.
They are. If they would have had the EMP, you literally could have just EMP that one fight and could have saved your other stuff and just could have farmed gold for this next engagement. I still think it's going to come back to bite them a little bit, but alas, they play on. No swaps from either team. They're still going to believe in what they're running. I think Feur's going to try to get rid of either Danny Fan first or going to try to get rid of Saza first.
Danny Fan gets the hack there onto Away's Mercy. Nothing would really come from it as they were far away, but Kill Perfecta able to find Away there. The res trying to come out, and it's actually able to get out there from Away's Mercy. Keeping up with the namesake there, able to res their partner, but Super immediately finds Danny Fan right after that. That's a good first pick from them, and hey, that was the first pick that you thought they should go after. And immediately Super just pile driving into the ground there. Iaku able to find kill Perfecta, and you immediately see Metha fall back here because they don't want to feed into Feur here, especially with 4 ultimates ready on that side.
Yeah, because Danny keeps hacking the ball. That's where I figured they're going to try to target the Sombra first, followed by Saza. But you're going to get 5 ults versus 4 ults. So it's going to be see which ults get popped first and who does what first and what the first pickoff is.
The Nano Barrage immediately cancels out the High Noon. The Barrage finds 2, looking for more, but Deli eventually able to shut them down there. 2 ultimates used by the side of Feur. They're able to find 2 kills. 1 ultimate used by Metha immediately gets canceled out. The Res, again, Mercy almost gets it off there. They did pop the Valve. Iaku able to find Sasa there. 60 minutes left to go. And Deli, did they use the bomb there? Looks like they did not use the bomb, so they're still holding on to the bomb here going into this next team fight. But Danny Fan gets caught out. They do have their EMP ready to go, so we might be looking at potentially a combo here with Danny Fan and Deli once they're able to get back into their mech.
And away switches from the Pharah to the Genji again. And here's the EMP. Can they follow through?
30 seconds.
Doesn't look like at the moment they will be able to. Super did pop their minefield as well. It's still up, so the minefield not even canceled out by the EMP, and you immediately see Sauce just pile drive into the ground here. Iaku able to find Deli to start stuff off. Time is running out yet again for Metha. They need to get something going here. They need to find it fast. Silver Perfect does find Iaku, but away. Swapping over to that Genji, able to find 1 kill, and Away's Mercy gets Iaku back in this team fight. The Kasuna Rush coming out here from Sasa. Metha Gaming basically going to have to use whatever they have to keep themselves alive. Danny Fan, first one out of this team with a beat being invested as well, but at this point, they need to use whatever they have here. Does have the players here. Metha Gaming just needs to find a pick. Kill Perfect, though, does find that pick onto Away. Deli looking to go after Away's Mercy here, but Iaku able to find Kill Perfect right back. Deli does have that bomb ready to go here, and you know they're going to probably use that to try to keep their team alive or just saw the card a little bit here. The hack comes out there on the Super there, but they are nano, so a lot of damage will be coming out from this hamster here. They're going to spin around on the card to try to just stall out as long as they can while they wait for some of their teammates to come back. Iaku able to find Sasa out here early. Deli still holding on to that bomb as it's the last thing that Metha Gaming has, but they get slept and they're going to have to use their bomb away from card. Minefield comes out. They're able to touch. No, they're not. And Feur able to sweep Metha Gaming here in 3 maps.
I think the Diva Bomb was up there in the top ledge where Sniper could usually be. And the bomb went up there. I don't think we're trying to trajectory it to the point or what, but that possibly could have flipped a lot of things over up there. But here you see the play of the game is the Genji from Away. We thought his Far was good. His Genji might be better.
I mean,
this is the 5-man kill.
I mean, Away on Genji just popped off these last 2 maps, but the Diva Bomb actually it was Deli trying to dive onto the Ana on that sniper's perch up there. They immediately got slept and then taken out of their mech there. So that was a little bit of an unfortunate play coming out from the side of Metha here. But, you know, I feel like that's something we said all 3 maps, just small little mistakes that Metha made that Feur just absolutely punished them for.
Yeah, a lot of times in these team games, it's one little mistake can cost you everything. It could be something little, something big, but I think in every game, there's always just something, whether it be ult usage not being right there, the coordination not being there, or just a misclick or something. But yeah, I mean, if you're Metha, you go back and fix a few small things. You know, this could easily be 2-1 or 1-1-1 right now.
Yeah, no, and I agree with you 100% there. But just plays like this from Away and plays that we saw from Away on Eichenwald as well, you know, kind of just tilted the game and series in their favor. We didn't necessarily see any big pop-off plays coming out from anyone on Metha. Yeah, Danny Fan and Kill Perfecto were able to find, you know, a lot of consecutive picks, but it just didn't ever seem like when they've had those moments of popping off, they weren't necessarily really significant or in big team battles.
Right. But overall, they did a good job trying to get the ball. But at the same time, like, Danny kept getting hard targeted as the Sombra. So it's kind of like when your DPS was out, that really could have helped you win a lot of engagements. And Away was just doing so much work on the Genji and Pharah. And then the Wrecking Ball was just everywhere. How you right behind with the follow-through damage of the Tracer. It was a well-coordinated dive that is very rarely executed, but it was it was very well coached. It was executed flawlessly.
Yeah, and honestly, you talk about the wrecking ball there for Feur of Super, and honestly, I feel like when they went away from wrecking ball was probably when they really struggled as a team or did not perform as good as they were on that wrecking ball. I feel like that whole comp played around that wrecking ball. Really, it was just so much of just the ball's gonna roll in, slam down, try to get disrupt as many people, and then roll out and hope that and expect that their DPS line was going to come through and get some kills. And we saw that a lot this afternoon and tonight, depending on where you are. But, it was just overall a good series for Feur. I feel like Metha still can take a lot away from this one. Considering Feur, I believe, won stage 1 here in EU. So they can learn a lot from this loss here tonight.
Right. Let's just go back, get your 3 map codes, sit down with your coaches, your managers, and just go back, critique everything. And I'm pretty sure they go back and critique some stuff and do some VOD reviews. They're going to see 1 to 2, 3 things a map per different points they can take away from, correct them, and next time they play, it could be a different outcome. But overall, great game by both teams. Very good, well coached, well coordinated, well managed teams.
Yeah, I have to say that great game by both teams. Me and you both hoped it would have gone a little bit longer. I imagine probably a lot of people watching would have hoped this series would have gone a little bit longer. But that will do it for us here right now at CGL. I believe there is another game that might be streamed tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in America. But that will do it for us. Sam, thank you so much. It was a pleasure casting with you. I look forward to our next time. I want to thank Hippie and Unfeatured behind the scenes for producing the stream and getting us all the angles that we saw throughout the stream. They did a great job. And Sam, I'll let you sign us off, man.
All right. Thank you guys for joining. Be safe. Stay safe out there in these times. And don't forget, tune in tonight for 8 Eastern, 7 Central, I believe, for another game. Again, Dex was an honor. Hippie was an honor, sir. Thank you guys so much.
Yo. Cash and the ticket is yours. Cash and the ticket is yours. Yo. Cash and the ticket is yours. Cash and the ticket is yours. Yo. cash and the ticket is yours. Yours.
Our insight here, you know, you get an insight and you know something, you know, but you don't want to say it out loud because you're kind of afraid that it's not going to be really true and it'll spoil the whole thing for you, you know. But when somebody makes you say it, then, and it's true, then it just makes it more beautiful to say.